Hey everybody, it's Jet888. Let's see, it is December 29th, and I'm just going to go over real quick an old article I happened to see, not see, but just pay attention to. It was published May 2nd. I just find this kind of funny. Here I wanted to show you this. The title is Leaked Five Eyes Dossier on Alleged Chinese Coronavirus Cover-Up Consist with U.S. findings, officials say. Now, the Five Eyes is an intelligence alliance comprising Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States. And it says these countries are parties to the multilateral UK-USA agreement. We've got an incoming helicopter right now. A treaty for joint cooperation in signals intelligence. That could be signals intelligence, so insane Gentiles, but insane CG Gentiles, and CG is computer graphic. Signals intelligence could be instills as negligence, or insane large genetic ills. So that's just Five Eyes. So back to the headline or the title of this article. I want to also look at who wrote the article. So Adam Shaw is What a Sham. Jillian Turner can be A Returning Ill. And John Roberts can be Our Jobs Thrown, or could be looked at as Our Jobs Thrown, just a play on words. Anyhow, it's just interesting. All of these guys have, those names can be anagrammed to that. So I'll look at one line at a time. Leaked Five Eyes dossier on alleged. Leaked Five Eyes dossier on alleged. Not forego. Gore of Devil's Key Needle Disease Dill. That seems to be more in line with the Luciferians, doesn't it? Gore of Devil's Key Needle Disease Dill. Remember when that guy did the speech on Operation Warp Speed, that briefing in December? Maybe that's what he meant by D-Day. A lot of D's in there.
It has been just 10 months since we've been on the defense against this virus.
So the defense.
We've been social distancing. We delivered, and we saw vaccines going into arms. What a remarkable feat. In America, we are ready to distribute that vaccine.
Again, real quickly here, and I don't know where I'm going to stick this little part in my video, but I do want to bring this up. And regarding Operation Warp Speed, when they say Operation Warp Speed, you can look at it as weed op preparations. And that would be, if anyone knows, this little company. Look at that. The name is Roundup. And the name is right there, Monsanto. And that anagram can be Mason Ton, Monsanto. And we got this little weed op prep, the weed op preparations. So they're going to be spraying people, which we all know that they've been doing that. Weed op. Probably get your little weeds, which would be us, get them weakened, and you can do that with the 5G technology because it totally weakens our immune system. So they've been spraying us. They're going to round us up. They're going to instill fear in people. they're going to trap us because the wall means lethal W, and W can be M. What's up is down, what's black is white. That's just how they think. So what's up is down. So the wall, lethal with an M, lethal M or W, and Monsanto, interestingly, starts with an M, and there you've got your 3 6s and your little 11s going on there. Monsanto can also be ton mason or most anon. We've seen a lot of anon lately. And the word ton is a unit of measure. And look at that. Continued in the capacity of cargo ships. And such as the freight, like even Walmart, you look at that word and that can be tram law. You look into that. That's like freight, cargo. I mean, just look at that. Walmart and September 11 have the same names in gematria, the Jewish gematria. Paganism equals MAGA spin. That's that anagram. 11 equals 775, and MKA mind control is also 775, as is the word Kofifi. So MKA mind control program and Kofifi equals 775. Going back to look at that number 11, they love that word. Our number, House Bill 11, was death by firing squad that Utah passed. So speaking of the wall here, come on down. Look, first some people are facing it praying. They're using the wall as part of their little extermination program here, House Bill 11. Why do things keep repeating? So I'm not making this up. Firing squad executions approved by Utah House of Representatives. You know, maybe it passed because nobody thinks it'll happen to them. No more Wild West shows here. So Utah House proves bill allowing executions by firing squad. They're warming it up, you guys. You better wake up. They're warming up. Operation Warp Speed, weed op preparations. There's part of what they're going to use as part of their tools to round us up. They are using the 5G technology to destroy our immune systems. I'm really sorry to say it, but I do think that the Patriots, good-hearted as they are and well-intentioned, and we super duper need them, but they are controlled, they're mind controlled by this Kofifi guy, who they all think he's probably going to come save them. But guess what? He's not. He's one of them. And until we all get to realize that, we're all in jeopardy. So W equals, in gematria, W equals my mountain, and mountaineer is anagrammed as enumeration, and that is counting and listing everything, keeping track of everything. That's why they want to get rid of our cash, because they cannot track us if we have cash. That's why they're all going to digital. That's why they're making up this whole stupid COVID thing, so people have to use credit cards, which you can track. Wake up, guys. So W equals my mountain, M equals KKK, CIA, ID, Fifi, which is spelled differently than the Kofifi, but deal. Wi-Fi is 47, and that equals time. They love their time. Technology, information, media, and electronics. So continuing with the weed op preparations, there's a Monsanto here. And Monsanto also has the same numerology and numerical values as the words mark of beast, vaccination, a satanic mark, a president, and the cure. They're all the same, the cure. So there you have it. Just in a nutshell. They are coming for us. No one's going to save us. We've got to step up, speak out, stand up, get a backbone. So there's my little map. Notice how he mentions that vaccine, kind of like he's distancing himself. It's not like the vaccine or something. It's the usage of the word that vaccine shows me that he's distancing from it, and maybe that's because he knows there's something not good about it. Anyhow, it just sort of got my interest a little bit, so just wanted to know if any of you noticed that.
What does the playbook look like? Distribution of Moderna vaccine.
More distribution.
Who will serve as the central distributor?
Distributor, distribution.
FedEx and UPS delivering vaccines.
Delivering.
Best meet their plans. We are in full support of them. This week, in total, between Pfizer and Moderna, distribution. First dose distribution.
That's kind of a catchy phrase, the first dose distribution. Out sin's dirtiest forbid. That could be like, how much worse can you be than to force an injection that turns your body against its own immune system? Out sin's dirtiest forbid.
In distribution of safe and effective vaccines to the American people. You have heard me refer to today as D-Day. In fact, D-Day in military designates the day the mission begins.
The next line, Chinese coronavirus cover-up. Vaccinees vouchers ruin poor. Vaccinees vouchers ruin poor. So vaccinee is one that has been vaccinated. We got more incoming helicopters, so bear with the noise. Sorry about that. Vaccinee. So one that has been vaccinated, the person who receives a vaccine, a patient who has been vaccinated. Vaccinees vouchers ruin poor. And here in the UK is a Healthy Start. NHS UK. Talk about Healthy Start. They show the little family with the voucher. Lucky family. Yep, vouchers. And also regarding the vouchers, anytime we take the government's money, we are then considered paupers, and we are wards, or I guess wards of the state, where we basically belong to them because we're accepting their funds. And look at that. Due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, we've temporarily extended the validity of the Healthy Start vouchers by 4 weeks. Of course they are, because they want you to get the vouchers. So now I'm going to look at the word consistent with the U.S. findings, or the words, the line, consistent with U.S. findings. So consistent with U.S. findings can be SS hunting Wi-Fi discontents. So anybody not liking the 5G going in, or condensing this Wi-Fi's stunt. And the last little line is officials say. And officials say can be facial ossify or I is a layoff coup. More incoming. So I wonder if that was John Roberts' line. The job's thrown. And that's Fox News First, and there's your time. I'm throwing something else out here as well. So We see this is published May 2nd, this little article about the leaked Five Eyes dossier. And you know the line that says consistent with U.S. findings? This one right here. So look at the SS hunting Y5 discontents and watch with me and try to listen to this video by Fox regarding that Christmas Day explosion. So hang on, let me get this going for you. First, I want to look at the Christmas explosion. Hospitallers mix cons. That's the anagram that I came up with. And I'm going to show you this video and pay attention to how they use the words massive and dramatically, and dramatic body cam footage shows 6 officers going door to door. Ask yourself if you really see any of what they talk about. Oh, and also in that video later, they'll say that guy that they are claiming that created the explosion on the AT&T building, that it was due to his paranoia about 5G technology. But then in the same sentence it says, investigators have not yet publicly stated a motive in this case. So look what they're doing. They're trying to make it look like anybody who is concerned about 5G is paranoid, and that's who they're going after. And they mentioned this in May, that they were going to SS hunting Y5 discontents. So they're throwing this guy under the bus, just to try to make everyone look paranoid who's even shows any concern about 5G technology. Here we go.
New chilling body camera video shows the heroic actions of 6 Nashville police officers clearing the area moments before the Christmas explosion. Charles Watson joins us live in Nashville as we learn what the bomber revealed to a neighbor. Charles?
Rachel, good morning. We're getting a first look at body camera footage from one of the Nashville police officers who hurried in to evacuate residents moments before the massive RV explosion in the downtown area. In the dramatic video, you can see the officer moving past 63-year-old suspect Anthony.
Okay, wow, so that's really dramatic, huh? You see someone walking down a sidewalk. Look how they want you to see. That's so dramatic. That's not dramatic. But let's keep going.
Suspect Anthony Quinn Warner's RV, as a recorded audio message warned that a bomb was set to detonate. Minutes later, the RV explodes and officers rush over to the blast site as they frantically try to get residents to safety.
Now, do you see a bunch of residents there right now? I don't. I see 1 or 2.
Are you guys okay? No, where's your car? Okay, go to your car.
Okay, there are 2 residents we see there.
Meanwhile, the Associated Press reporting Monday that a neighbor of Warner told them the suspected bomber in a brief conversation days before the explosion said, quote, "Nashville and the world is never going to forget me." This as the FBI reportedly looks into the idea that paranoia about 5G technology may have motivated Warner to target an AT&T data center that was heavily damaged in the Christmas Day blast. And Rachel, it is important to note that investigators have not publicly stated a motive in this case. Federal authorities say they'll continue following up on leads as they search for answers.
Okay, so they say the investigators haven't determined a motive, but Fox News decided to go ahead and throw the motive in there, that it was due to his paranoia about 5G technology. So there you go. And then they talk about that guy saying that the world or whatever is never going to forgive me. That explosion, what, I think 1 person was hurt, and was that him? I don't know. I haven't looked too into it, but I'm just looking at the headlines and looking at this consistent with U.S. findings equals SS hunting Wi-Fi discontents. And you can, I guess you could consider this guy, what they want you to see is a Wi-Fi paranoid discontent. But do you see any people running for their lives or dramatic? Look, where are the people in there? And this is your dramatic footage right here. That's the dramatic footage. And there's all the residents. Look at them running for their lives. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at all those people. Wow. Dramatic footage. Did you guys see officers, plural, going door to door to evacuate Nashville neighborhood before RV explosion? Did you see any of those people? So here's another headline. Bomber in Nashville Christmas explosion was loner. Now all these articles, the one I just showed you and this one, they're all coming out on the 29th. So December 25th was the bombing. Why did it take them 4 days to come up with the story? So in this Associated Press about the Nashville explosion, let's just look real quick. Kimberly Crucy, KK B0mber lure. And B0mber is to soil with mud, to cause to sink into mud, to soil or befoul with mire. Let's look at Michael, or is that Michelle? Michael Balsamo. Oh, what a coincidence. So, claimable sham. Michael Balsamo equals claimable sham. So you got Kimberly over here throwing the guy in the mud, luring us to believe this. And you got Michael making a claimable sham. Remember this, SS Hunting, Wi-Fi discontent. So Michael Kunzelman, who's part of the author for this Nashville explosion story. We didn't go into the story, I'm just showing you the headlines of Associated Press. Michael Kunzelman equals kill human menace. So this just must be all coincidence, I'm sure, though. None of it's on purpose. So here is Nashville officer Amanda Topping. Her name comes out to be Coffin Propaganda Time. Look at that. And look at the robots with their little handheld there with the orange cabal little stop sign thingy. And what's going on with that finger there? It looks like a flashing a V sign, V for victory. We've gone over that, what that means, the 5. Remember the V equals 22 and 702. It equals MAGA. They're introducing the officers in the background. Officer Richard Llewellyn is the right. He's him, that one. Officer Richard Llewellyn, Force Filch Derailer. And we've got Argus Filch, that guy who almost looks a little like the bomber guy. He was a squib and the caretaker of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry at the Harry Potter. Filch derives from Middle English word filchen, to attack or to steal. Band of men, troop, or army. Guy Filch. Let's look at the name of the supposed bomber. Anthony Quinn Warner, as in Time Warner. So you got Anthony Quinn Warner, and there's QAnon Unwary Thinner. And Thinner is just a American body horror film directed or Stephen King. So he's one of those guys. There's And we have to be conspiracy theorists in order to look at this. So it says conspiracy theorists race to defend Nashville bomber Anthony Quinn Warner. But now look at this. When you look at AT&T, first of all, you just look at the numbers. So 25 is behead, just to let you all know that, behead. Between Church Street and Commerce Street. Let's look at AT&T. Interesting how AT&T equals 201. Remember event 201? Remember that? John Hopkins, Gates, all that. 201 also equals QAnon. AT&T, breath, black is king. And Anthony Quinn Warner's name just happens to have a QAnon in that name. QAnon unwary thinner. So this was on 166 2nd Avenue North, and 166 is name. Let's look at the whole address. 2nd Avenue North. 2nd Avenue North, only a couple away from the 201. That's 203. And it happens to be Pfizer vaccine. First one, 1421. Pfizer vaccine. 2nd Ave North, 1421. It says it happened at 6:30 a.m. 6:30 is also 9/11. It's also masonry. So I'm just saying, we can look at videos and you can listen to their hype, but when you really look at things and put it all together, like, why did it take them 4 days to get their story straight? Like 6 Nashville police. You put in the time that last article was. December, light and time. They love the time. But one of the officers shown in the picture of that article was Officer Richard Llewellyn, Force Filch derailer. The guy on the right is Filch with the Harry Potter series. Don't they look a little alike if the guy on the right, the actor, were cleaned up a little bit? They have a very similar look. So with this initial article I was showing, the May 2nd one, Leaked Five Eyes dossier, they tell you what they're going to do. They stated SS hunting Wi-Fi discontents. So keep your eyes open, guys. Now seriously, I want to finish this video, but I just am having a hard time because look, okay, so now 2 hours ago, and I am 7:33 p.m. on December 29th, and I'm trying to finish the video. I'm promising you I am. But life kind of happens in between, and it's taken me a couple hours. But since the time I last videotaped that second article, now Washington Post is coming up with Nashville, the headlines just keep growing. National business owner says Christmas blast has left their future in doubt. Investigators are considering a fear of aliens and 5G conspiracies among the possible motives. Oh my God. So now you got aliens and 5G. Anything to make us look more and more crazy, right? The 5G people. And then also, okay, so we're going to expand this. Oh my gosh, really? So Nashville business owners say Christmas blast has left their future in doubt. Really? It was the Christmas blast that left you in doubt? And look here, it says, okay, so the vehicle explored. I haven't looked into these writers, what their names are yet. But this says, Nashville, music blared from honky-tonks of Lower Broadway on Tuesday, with crowds packing the sidewalks just as they usually do on sunny afternoons, sorry. But on the other side of a police checkpoint, behind layers of yellow tape, a once vibrant street of bars. Are they talking like a year ago? Because boutiques, tattoo parlors, and blues clubs were eerily quiet, much of it now reduced to rubble. Once vibrant street of bars. Y'all don't think that that all the face mask and all the orange cabal activity, you know, and the orders for face masks, you don't think that's been the thing that's stopped the vibrancy of our cities and the bars and everything? So you don't think that the all the county orders for mask wearing and the tensions flare over face mask wearing orders and nightclubs shut down for violating social distancing mask wearing orders? Are the protesters gathering in Huntington Beach in defiance of the state curfew amid COVID surge, statewide curfew announced for countless, in purple, whatever, tier, curfew ordered for most California counties by Governor Gavin Newsom. Newsom's punishing. Oh no, it's the 63-year-old tech worker, right? We believe that. Bye guys.